Well, good morning once again, Sophia. The function has officially begun, and the noise that you can hear in the background is the ongoing prayers. But looking at the turnout, not very impressive for a function that is expected to be national prayers for the elections, 31 days to the elections. But as I mentioned earlier, remember the opposition will be holding their NASA, the NASA will be holding their Saba rally at Kamukunji grounds. That, of course, could explain why not very many people have turned up for the exercise here. But let's get to hear thoughts from a few that are here regarding what they want to hear the clerics pray about. Ndugu, shukran sana kwa kuungana nasi. Na umefika kwa siku ya maombi. Ungetaka kusikia wakiomba kuhusu nini?
Okay, ningependa watuombe tuwe na amani after election na tuchague ile mtu at least anaweza tuokoa.
Yeah. Na viongozi wamekuwa wakifanya kampeni katika maeneo tofauti. Kwa maoni yako, wamekuwa wakihubiri amani?
Amani wamekuwa wakihubiri, lakini tungeomba sana Mungu atusaidie tuendelee na tukue na Kenya mpya.
Shukrani sana. Wacha tuongee na mwingine hapa. Ndugu, naona umefika kwa shughuli hii ya maombi. Kwa maoni yako, kwa nini watu si wengi sana wamejitokeza kwenye shughuli hii?
Maoni yangu, nimekuja kushuhudia kwa sababu ilikuwa mwaka wa 1995 kulikuwa na vita ile mbaya sana. Sasa nimekuja kushuhudia hii 2017 kuwe mwaka wa peace, tupige kura kwa imani, sitaki kuwe na vita tena kama ile 1995. Yeah.
Na kwa maoni yako, kwa nini unaona si watu wengi sana wamejitokeza kwa siku hii?
Watu wengi kwa sababu watakuja, umejua leo ni siku ya kazi, watu wengi wameenda kazi, ndio maana hiyo watu wengi hapa hivi. Yeah.
Shukran sana kwa wakati wako. Sophia, those are views from just two of the few that have turned up for the prayers here. And as you can hear the sentiments of the last speaker, him saying that today being a working day, perhaps that could explain why not many people have turned up here. But remember, in previous political rallies that have been held in the course of the week, we have seen huge crowds standing up for those particular functions. And perhaps, as I said earlier, the reason for the little turnout, as you can see here, could be the fact that there's a separate rally to be held in the afternoon by the opposition at Kamukunji grounds. Sophia.
Muremi, if you can hear me, is any of the presidential candidates there? Because they had been invited, hadn't they? Any of the 8?
Yes. Well, Sophia, the invitations had been extended to all the presidential candidates, but looking at the podium, if my cameraman can just pan and just get shots of those seats that have been reserved for the candidates here, none of them has arrived yet, but judging from the presence of the security detail of the president here, it is widely expected that he will be gracing the occasion, of course, that being part of the clamor by the church to get a commitment from him and other presidential candidates that the August 8th elections will be peaceful. And the shots that or the pictures that you can see on the screen, that's the podium. And as you can see, the seats that have been reserved for the invited guests, none of them has arrived yet, but the clerics are already here and the prayers are ongoing. Sophia.
All right, many thanks, Murimi Mwangi. Indeed, there are those empty seats at Uhuru Park. None of the 8 presidential candidates as had been invited by the Evangelical Caucus have showed up for these national prayers ahead of the elections that are just 31 days away. All right, we'll keep you updated on that story throughout the day. Let me bring it back to studio and let's